Welcome to my 550 square foot apartment in Bryan, Texas. I live in a garage apartment right next door to my brother and sister-in-law. They live on the main property with me. When you walk in the front door, you'll find my drop zone. I call it a drop zone because it's where I walk into the house and everything lands. So I've got a key hook, a little shelf of my favorite quote that inspires me, as well as a bag hook where all my purses and work bags go. When you come into my living room, you'll see my sectional that's perfectly fit for the space. Of course, I found it on Craigslist for 500 bucks. And my coffee table that's round and fits the space just right. This is where you can find me drinking a glass of wine, binging Netflix, or sharing a charcuterie board with girlfriends. It's a small space, it's 550 square feet. And so I've created and crafted my furniture in ways that gives me lots of space to move around, to do yoga, to lay on the floor, to invite others in. The most challenging thing about living in a small space is entertaining. I love to host, I love to have a girls' night, having people over to watch The Bachelorette, obviously to make fun of it, not to actually be entertained. The way I've solved that problem is creating an entire outdoor living space. There's a sofa outside, a dining area, and I was actually able to host a baby shower for a friend this fall where we had 30 people over, and it worked because we basically had 2 living spaces. A storage solution that I use in my own home is using as much vertical space as I can. So lots of shelves high up on the wall. I have a floating bookshelf where all of my books are stored instead of having, a bookshelf that takes up floor space. My proudest DIY moment in my home was actually my bathroom. I did it completely myself. I built a custom vanity. I tiled for the first time on my own and did a peel and stick wallpaper. And it's not the best tile work you've ever seen, but I'm really proud of it because I did it all on my own. I created this little area as a workspace. I needed a work from home setup where everything was organized and I could use a double monitor if needed. I found this desk, this mid-century modern desk, for $150 in another town on Facebook Marketplace. And it's been a statement piece as well as, a piece that I can use. So this is my kitchen. My open shelves were actually salvaged from a friend's old barn. We used the wood, and this was actually the hardest project in the entire home. My brother said he will never make open shelving on his own again. The countertops were salvaged from University of Washington, a biology lab. And then all these cabinets were salvaged as well. So they were all $10 pieces that my brother refaced and put new doors on, which I absolutely love. This is my kitchen island, which I've repainted 3 times because it's such a statement piece, but it holds all of my cooking ware, my pots and pans, and has been a storage saver. I think something that would surprise people is I have an armoire in my kitchen, and many people think that it's actually my closet, which I have a full walk-in closet. But the armoire is actually used as my pantry, so people are often surprised when they open it up and find all of my food in there. But if I'm being completely honest, this kitchen is used to make cocktails and coffee, and that's about it. Back here, you will find my favorite part of my house, which is my sleeping nook. It's dark and cozy, and I created this lath wall to be kind of an accent. Sleeping in this little sleeping nook is super cozy, especially when it's raining. I have a metal roof, and there's no natural light back there, so it gets really dark and warm and cozy. I can see how others might feel claustrophobic, but I personally love it. So while I was working in a nonprofit, working with youth aging out of the foster care system, I started helping friends with small interior design projects and really enjoyed it and loved it. It was really life-giving for me. I also had a personal tragedy in my life where I really needed to start taking care of myself. And I found that everything around me, the beauty around me, really impacted me internally. And I started to use that design to help others. And so that's where my business, Cultivate Your Space, came about. And so now I'm an interior decorator here in Bryan, Texas, but I travel all over the United States helping people create life-giving homes. So my home is a space of rest. I work from home, I'm in and out of other people's homes. I love the natural light in this space. I love all of the plants that give me hope and life. I love when I walk in the door that this is the space that I can kind of fall apart. My home reflects me in that it's a safe space, and that's really my goal in life, is just to be a safe space for people to come and kind of be undone and fully who they are. And I really hope that my home invites people to do that, to kick off their shoes, put their feet up on the coffee table, have a glass of wine, and maybe share a little too much.